I've been chatting with atheists for some years now, always online, debating them and discussing different things, and when I can. Some don't want to debate, that's alright. Some Christians don't want to debate either. And it's been a very frustrating experience. I'm sure that some of them would say the same thing. But I've heard they offer some really good arguments at times, but they offer they say some ridiculous things as well, some absurd statements. And I thought I'd reply to a few of them. Now it could be said, if you're picking the easy ones, why don't you take on some challenging ones? But these are statements that some actually believe. They do actually seem to be convinced that these things are true. That it's not just one. If it was just one person rattling them all off, I could say, these are different people who said these things. From what I gather, more than one person thinks that way, and they seem to go unchallenged. No one seems to reply to them, and so I thought I would make a few replies to certain statements that I've read. If I say I hear, I mean I read, because I've read them in chats or on message boards or something, either straight debated to me or just general statements. I've seen various atheists, and I'll use the umbrella term atheists, skeptics, anti-religious, whatever you want to call them. I'll just use the term atheist. Statements I've seen them make, and I want to respond to a few of them, and because I get frustrated when they say these things and no one else seems to challenge them. Maybe because they're so absurd no one thinks they should, and maybe I think that too, but they're out there. These views are out there, and I thought I'd give my take on them. So I'm going to just do one now, and I'll go from there. Alright, atheists don't make truth claims. When I first read this, I burst out laughing, and I think I've burst out laughing a few times since, because it sounded so ridiculous. This is from a particular person I was chatting with. By the way, I chat on Wire Club, a room that has a religion room, also has certain message boards, talk about religion. It has a lot of atheists in it, a lot of atheists in the religion room, which is curious. But this person said atheists don't make truth claims, this atheist himself. Now I've tried to look up what people think a truth claim is, or in case I've got it wrong somehow, and I ended up last night being none the wiser. To my understanding, a truth claim is when you claim something as true, whether it is true or not. So for instance, God is real. I say that is a truth claim. I believe it to be true, I've claimed it to be true. It is a truth claim. That doesn't make it true. Nothing makes something true, either it's true or it's not. Nothing makes it true. I could say unicorns are real, if I believe that. I don't. But let's just say I did. I said unicorns are real. That is a truth claim. It doesn't necessarily mean it is true, but it's claiming something true. It's saying something is truth. That, to my understanding, is a truth claim. If anyone has any alternate definition of it, please, I'm open to that, but that is what I understand it to be. And with that in mind, it's utterly ridiculous to think that, to say that atheists or anyone else don't make truth claims. Every human being on earth makes truth claims. I'm making them right now. We all do it. We all think things are true. We all say definite things. It could be, I had breakfast this morning. It could be, I own a pet turtle. It could be anything from that to the profound. We all make truth claims. Now, of course, atheists make them. By the way, some atheists are decent. I'm not saying trying to put all atheists in the same boat here. But there are ones who just make absurd comments and fit what I'm talking about here. But atheists will make, so the definition of atheism, as far as I understand, one is at least, no, there is no God. So even if they don't say it straight out, they believe there is no God. They believe Christianity is wrong. They'll say these things. They're truth claims in their view. They make them. So they must be, how can you possibly get around that? How can you possibly get around the fact that they see these things as true? They don't trust, they see the Bible in a varying degree. They might say the Gospel of John was done in the 2nd century, when generally it's viewed it was done in the 1st century, they might say Jesus' miracles were fabricated. Whatever they might say, those are truth claims. Obviously I don't believe they're true, but they're truth claims. They do it. So, and this person who said it to me was busy. He just rattled off a whole lot of stuff, truth claims, and then he said this. I actually replied, yeah, I'll get to that in a moment if I remember. But it's interesting because going on from that, I've noticed that some atheists, not say some, maybe a lot, seem to want to not really exist as much as they can. They will say a lot of things out loud. They'll have bang, 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 bang. But then they'll say, oh no, we don't believe anything. Oh no, we don't have an organisation. Oh no, we're not this, we're not that. They're suddenly going to wash their hands and move away when they're cornered or something, and suddenly they want to be invisible once they've made a lot of noise. I chatted with one person, an atheist, who asked me how I dealt with bad things in the world, terrible things that happened as a Christian. And I responded, I can't remember exactly what I said. It was, I struggle with them too. It's hard to explain. I trust in God. I like things a bit more in depth than just that. But it was something along those lines. I responded. And then I said to him, well, how do you deal with these terrible things? And he said, oh, it's not for us to say, so that's on you. And I said, what a cop-out. It was like, they don't have to face any difficult questions. They don't have to do this. It's for religious people to do. We're the ones who've got to answer to this, answer to that, answer that. So they can make all this noise, say all the things they want to. But then when it suits them, all of a sudden, they don't exist. They're invisible. We're not anything. That's the impression I get from too many of them. And it's double standards. It's wanting your cake and eating it too. You want to make heaps of these truth statements when it suits you, but then when it gets too difficult, or you just want to suddenly back away and say, no, that's for you to talk about and think about, not us. And of course that's nonsense. Everyone, at some stage, we face terrible things in lives. We just face pain, and who hasn't, by the time we're adults, wondered at some stage why? We all do it. To say that it's only for Christians or religious people to try and deal with terrible things in the world is absurd. We all, not everyone might want to think about it, not everyone might ponder it, that's okay. But to just blanket it as saying it's only for religious people to think about that kind of thing is nonsense. Because the fact is we all face pain, we all face difficult things in life, and we've all got to try and deal with them in our own way. We've all got to face them. But that was just an example, and I think this no truth claim thing as well demonstrates to me an atheist attitude of we'll make a lot of noise when it suits us, but then we'll back away and pretend we're not there when it suits us, which I think is very unfair. And I just want to say finally, for anyone who thinks atheists don't make truth claims, I'd like to ask, is that true? Thank you for watching.